as long as we're discussing action stars who walk and run weirdly, I know you must have seen the photograph of one of the victims of the terror attack in Moscow being greeted as he like comes out from under anesthesia by Steven Seagal in a doctor's in like a doctor's coat.
Oh my! That you would think you were in hell.
Yeah.
That is a nightmare.
It's like this is like the next thing Steven Seagal is pretending to be is like a trauma surgeon, and he's like, I just want to let you know, we're going to snatch every one of these motherfucking bullets out of your body, and we're going to put them in the bastards who did it to you.
My wakakashira was Dr. Ben Carson.
He was my senpai.
He told motherfucker how to use his hands, both to kill and to heal.
See,
These hands
can separate conjoined twins.
I would
or could put your brain into another brain.
I would
hands
absolutely watch that movie though, like Dr. Rinpoche or whatever.
These hands can separate conjoined twin, or they can conjoin both you motherfuckers together.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Which one it finna be?
He's getting more and more cubical too.
Okay,
I've
but,
noticed, just shape wise.
Let me ask you though, like if you were the victim of some brutal, violent attack, and you were like shot like 10 times and somehow survived, and like you're regaining consciousness for the first time. What action movie star would you like there to be in the hospital to greet you as you wake up?
Liam Neeson.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I don't think there's a question there, right? He's charming. He's funny.
Yeah.
He doesn't overstep his bounds by any means.
I not an action star, but like I've really liked Bradley Cooper since he's been doing these interviews where he's like, I went to Leonard Bernstein's house and I jacked off on his bed and I love him.
I love that you can't come out as gay in Hollywood, but you can say that shit and still have a career.
All right, no. I mean, I guess it's not an action star, but I would like to be received as I come out from like surgery by Bradley Cooper as Leonard Bernstein.
Yeah.
And then would be, who left Snoopy in the vestibule? And I'm just give me like raise my spirits,
Elizabeth Hurley, that's another good choice.
Well, okay, all right. Now, this is just getting ridiculous here. And I'm like, Elizabeth, I just found out I'm your long lost nephew.
That's the move I would pull.
I've been very naughty. I've been very bad, Elizabeth, auntie. I want to start calling Elizabeth Hurley auntie.
But Steven, like, it's got to be especially weird for a Russian to see Steven Seagal because it's like, it's not like he was even famous over there. Like, it's just like all you know.
Wait, maybe he's super famous for all the movies that you wake up, you're like, my God. It's the star of Sniper, special ops Sniper.
Yeah, I mean, he did a bunch of movies in like former Soviet
states.
It's
the star of General Commander. Thank you,
probably,
sir.
He's probably friends with some oligarchs who like own tigers and women.
The mercenary.
It's the star of the Asian Connection. But it's like I don't like. No one watches Russia, they have their own film industry, and like those Steven Seagal movies, I know that they're made just to cover up like a human trafficking operation, right?
Yeah.
Like, I just like all you know that guy from is that he's like the fat guy that the president hangs out with sometimes.
Yeah.
You have no cultural context for him.
Probably.
Imagine you just saw your best friend get their head blown apart by a 7.62 round, and you feel something wet on your chest, and you black out. You wake up, and this fucking idiot is wearing a lab coat. He's wearing a lab coat. He has fucking 4D bracelets on.
He's wearing a stethoscope, but he like puts it on you and makes you listen to your own heart. He's like, that's the rhythm of life right there.
I'm trying to think of like the equivalent if you're just like not familiar with this, like kind of who he is. Is it like it would be like waking up for us to like a Gerard Depardieu or something?
Yeah.
Like we're like, I know who you are, but this is sort of, but this is weird. Also, why are you need to take care of yourself? Yeah. You should be in this bed. You should be in this bed.
Thank you, Gerard. It's the star of Green Card in 1492, The Conquest of Paradise.
He was like trying to do acupuncture on all of them too.
Oh yeah,
like,
or at least Reiki. He was like just like hovering his hands over like children with cancer.
I bet he does that fucking weird cup shit.
Oh, he definitely does cupping.
Yeah,
especially the one with like the little sticks with the smoke in them.
It's just like I would like to recreate Hard to Kill with him. It's like he coaches me back from coming out of a coma or something, which is like acupuncture was a big part of Mason Storm's recovery in Hard to Kill. So I would hope, like, he just like, he's like, I need you to get me these supplies. And then he unscrolls a piece of papyrus and takes like a Chinese brush paint and like dips it in ink. And then just like, I need a prescription for motherfucking Percocet. And then just like writes it out in Chinese calligraphy.
I love that. My favorite thing.
Percocet and pangolin.
I need a motherfucking virgin boy egg. But I love the thing in that, like, that's a great movie. There's so many great, like, the blood bank line that's what got me into Steven Seagal when he goes, I'll take you to the bank, Senator Trent, the blood bank. But the part I like the most is absolutely a part Steven Seagal demanded they put in the movie, which is Kelly LeBrock, who later became his wife and ex-wife, who plays the nurse who's taking care of Mason Storm while he's been in a coma. And this is, by the way, 2 minutes after a scene where Mason Storm's family was violently massacred and annihilated.
Yeah.
Just killed in front of him. Fast forward the montage, and she's like, vitals look good, and his dick's as big as ever.
Yeah, she checks it out.
Yeah.
He goes, I haven't seen that before.
We're like not even 150 seconds removed from like his kids being like, Daddy, no, and just getting ripped apart by shotguns.
Yeah, you don't get that kind of style with a Johnny Toe movie.
Yeah. And
He's got a missile down there.
Like, that was not in the script.
My favorite part
He
of the movie.
told her to do that. Yeah.
Outside, him working into the screenplay, how big his dick is, and the blood bank line is the scene where like Kelly LeBrock has taken this like formerly comatose man that she's known for like a day to stay at like her friend's gigantic ranch house in like some beautiful part of California, and she's like nursed him back to health, and it's like a training montage of him running weirdly up a hill and like punching trees, and then like he's just doing all this shit, and like she's watching from the background, and like the camera zooms in on her, and she's looking at him, and she just goes, Mason Storm.
Mason Storm.
Just shaking her head in amazement.
You scam.